What's up, everybody? Big Time Vapor here, bringing you a review on the Plume Veil clone, copper clone by Tobeco. When I first received this device from them, it was covered in machine oil, extremely dirty, easy fix. You just take whatever kind of vinegar you got, a little bit of salt, get a Q-tip, wipe it on there. It eats away all the crap on there. Rinse it off some water, dry it off, you're good to go. This Plume Veil is a solid device. What I use it for is the flavor. You get amazing flavor off of this, even though it is the clone. And this is going right now off of Amazon is where I got it for $19.99 plus shipping and handling. Altogether, I believe it came out to about $25 to get it delivered to me. The company that I went through on Amazon is in California, so I got it 2 days after I ordered it. This thing is awesome. You have 3 different airflow options. You got air coming in from the top, air coming in from the sides, air coming in through the negative posts. All around pretty good clone. I got some pros and cons I want to get to here in a minute. Yeah, this Plume Veil really chucks the vapor. The one thing that I didn't like about it is that, you got the brass 510 pin. I don't like brass on any of my RDAs, but $20, what are you going to do? The original Plume Veil that you would buy from Plume Veil would be, I believe it runs $120, $125 just for the RDA itself. Oh, yeah, the laser etching on the front is really good. Mine is kind of light. Overall, pretty good quality build. The machining could have been better. I'm not too sure. I know there's another company that makes them, but from what I read, Tobeco had the better of the two without having to go out and buy the authentic, and anything like that. So this device has fit all my mods, 22 millimeters. The 510 connections are smooth, clean. They are brass, which, whatever, you're going to get what you pay for with this type of thing. Cleans up real easily, a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of salt, get in there with a Q-tip. Now, the flavor from this thing was one of the main reasons why I wanted to review it. The flavor off of this RDA is the best that I've ever had with anything. All my RDAs, I get decent flavor from. Never gotten the intense kick in the mouth flavor that I get from this RDA. Now, I'm assuming that it's on par as far as build quality because the flavor is intense. It's the best I've ever had. This thing here is the bee's knees. This is a solid device. I would have paid $50, $60 for it, but at $20 it's a steal. I know Amazon has a hard time keeping them in stock, so good luck trying to find one. It took me about 3 weeks of contacting sellers and just trying to get the copper version of this. I just went for the copper because I really like copper on my mods. I like it conducts electricity really well. Anyway, moving on to a couple cons here. The holes in the posts are not as big as they are in the original. The holes in the post on the clone are, I think it's 1.25 millimeters in size. The holes in the post on the original Plume Veil are 2 millimeters. Now, the holes, the holes being at 1.25 millimeters wide makes it pretty hard to do. Parallel build is okay in something like this. Anything beyond just a double, parallel build, when you get into the triple parallels or the quadruple parallel builds, it would be impossible with this without actually drilling it out. In which case, I think the posts are pretty skinny. Leave a comment down below if you've done it. If you have the clone, you've drilled them out with success. Let other people know. I may attempt that. The screws in this device strip like no other. The first time, my first build, I went to go put it together. I was using, perfectly good fitting Phillips head to go up there because I have a whole set of them. And the metal on the screws must just be super, super soft because I went through, stripped it right away. I have my copper 4.9 here, and I've had it for a couple months now, and it has, pretty much stayed decently clean as far as copper goes. Now, the way that they machined this Plume Veil clone, they have really, really, really fine lines in it, a lot of them. So it picks up dirt and gunk, and if you get a little bit of juice on it, you'll find yourself cleaning this thing about once a week. At least I have. I don't know if it's a cheaper copper, if it's just the grooves from the machining that are catching a bunch of the gunk and turning it dark. But yeah, pretty much the only other con. That's probably the last con I have on this thing. It gets dirty very quick. All right, so here's the close-up with the Plume Veil all broken apart here. 4 separate parts. As you can see what I was saying earlier about these holes. Really, really small. Smaller than what you'd get off the original. But the original is also $120 now. $19.99 plus shipping and handling on this one isn't bad at all. The engravings are strong, like I stated earlier. Got a couple of these O-rings here, keep the juice from leaking out. And as you can see here by this close-up, the juice well is actually pretty deep, deeper than I've ever seen. You know, the screws themselves are pretty cheap. Stripped out on me pretty quick. I mean, I had to change one of the screws out almost, immediately after getting it. And as you can see, especially here, this one's already started to warp. This one here as well. But when you do purchase this device, it's good that they do this, but they actually send you a little tiny Phillips screwdriver. There's 3 replacement O-rings in there, as well as 4 replacement screws. So you should be pretty well off. I mean, for $20, what can you really say? The connections, the 510 connections on this, it is all brass plated. They give you a fake little serial number there. Smooth connections on the 510. Fits flush on all my mods. No complaints there. Okay, let's go ahead and get it all assembled. Because what you're going to do is you're going to take this piece here, and then this piece slides on to the top of this. And then you're going to go ahead and take your Delrin insulator, put it into this piece here. Like I said, just take one of your fingers and your thumb at the top, hold it like that, and just give it a spin. Like I said, prefer mine all the way closed. So I'm going to go ahead and spin that all the way up, get it nice and snug. Now, so what we do from here is we take this, and you'll notice sliced air hole here goes all the way through. But you have the option to close one of these off if you want to run it in single coil mode. Now, as well as over here, you have 3 holes. The way that works is this thing right here just spins to adjust. Okay, now we just go ahead and put this last piece, click it into here, and then it's fully assembled. Okay, so right now we have both air holes open. This one is open, spin it around. This one is open. Now if we want to close those off, just hold it here, spin the top. That'll close that side off, and it'll keep this side closed off. So then your only air hole options would be through here or through the top too. Either through these or through the top. Say you want to run it in a single coil mode, you would just take this top here, spin it until it opens. This side is closed. This side is open. You do the reverse for the other side. If you want to build your coil on the front side, you can do that as well. Okay, the other option for airflow is through these 3 holes here. Now you get to choose one of the 3, and whichever one you choose, it'll mimic it on the other side. So as you can see, if I keep turning, 3 more holes on the opposite side, and they line up perfectly with each other. Yeah, so these holes here are going to be lined up with the hole here. Now what this hole does is it's actually drilled all the way through the deck on both sides. Spin it around. See, there's another hole there. There's a hole down in here at the very bottom of the deck. There we go. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. And it's what that does is allow airflow to get back in there behind the coils. There it is, one down there. Spin it around. And there's another one there. So you're able to get your airflow in through the sides, up back behind the coils if you choose. If not, you can always take this device here, close it all the way off. Okay, now the way that this piece works is it accepts this Delrin insulator, screws into the top of here. This has threadings on the outside, and it actually affects the air holes that you see here and here. It's one of the 3 air hole one of the 3 airflow options that this device has. The way that this works is this screws into the bottom. Just drop it in there. Drop it right in there. And then go ahead and take your index finger and your thumb and just kind of screw it in there. Now, as you screw it in, you can leave it flush to leave these 2 air holes wide open. This one here, that one there. But if you want to, the way I usually do it is I go ahead and shut those air holes all the way off. I mean, you don't really need them open. They don't affect the coil. It just gives you an airier draw having these 2 air holes open. Like I said, this is going to protrude out a little bit, but it's going to close off these air holes. This will accept any of your drip tips. So yeah, that's the way that this section here works. So that does it for the close-ups. Anyways, guys, that'll do it for this video. If you've enjoyed it, please leave a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Just wanted to say real quick, thank you for my subscribers. Thank you for the support. And don't forget, everybody, when I hit that 100 subscriber mark, there's going to be a juice giveaway. I'm going to use a random generated name pulling program to randomly pull a name of one of my 100 subscribers to give the juice prize to. So yeah, punch that subscribe button, hit the like button. All right, guys, it's Big Time Vapor. I'm out.